Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Moon Lily and today we are going to be playing Ace Attorney. We're going to be playing the first game, I believe it would be. And I've never played Ace Attorney. I've watched the anime, I've seen a few clips here and there. I kind of know some background on some cases, not all of them. But we're going to see and finally get to actually live the story that everyone so cherishes. Alright, let's get to it. Justice for all in trials and tribulations. Well, we're gonna play the first one. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Don't think I have a choice. Ooh. I can't get caught, not like this. Ooh. Did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. They really just tell you who freaking did it, didn't they? Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hi, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes? Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Oh god, death, despair, ah! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. I feel ya. Oh. Hello. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Why? Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't! Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, was the girl his girlfriend? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away? Person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Newspapers say it was you. Oh no. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Interesting. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Oh, I feel that. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And I owe him one, which is why I took the case. to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright. This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I am a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Oh. And shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Why is he having to think about this? Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Ooh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim? Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it off and do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Cindy. Okay. Loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Oop. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. That last one's not the greatest example. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what would you describe is generally what we mean by dumped? In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All it. Lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport? According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder, so July 30th. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Thank you. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Miss Butts? Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is relevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die, I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? Let's keep your mouth shut, dude. I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Oh, my mouth's gonna get so dry from doing this. Well, did you or did you not? Huh? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Oh, you went. What do I do? I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. That was some objection. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. Oh, Mr. Moleman? He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the scene. Okay, people weren't lying about the weird names in here. Sawit. Saw it. Is that the Legend of Zelda Mask Man seller? Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh, yes, yes. Newspapers, yes. This is just the Majora's Mask guy. The mask seller. Oh my god. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed. What the heck is that word? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why was the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Saw used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your per usual. Electricity to Mr. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor. Alright, right? This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why do you expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave? Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab. Then point out contradictions in the testimony. Time of death was between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. And he said he was there at 1. Something around that. This is easy. Okay, Mr. Maskman. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open. Thinking it was strange, I left inside the apartment, and I saw her lying there, alone, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. Thought to call the police in there. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found them. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Ha! 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m. Right, doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Which one's my tab button? Present it. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right, you know what to do. I've got this one. Well... Somebody, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah. Well... Defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Saw? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now. Mr. Saw it. The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawat. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Alright, what do you have to say this time? Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. I think that's just a bad translation there. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. No, it's not a clock. It was a statue. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawt. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with the testimony now? Oh, this is a... No. I guess not. There was a clock on the scene, so no problem. Right, are you out of your mind? That clock doesn't look like a clock at all. The witness shouldn't have possibly known it was a clock just by seeing it. He said himself he never entered the apartment. It was in his testimony. Hey, you're right. Is something the matter? Does the defense have anything to add? Yes, I do. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I was in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove that you're the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw it. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murderous weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard... No, I mean, I saw... Did he just throw his toupee at me? Did he just throw his stupid toupee at me? Oh my god. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn. Give him death. I don't know, I think you should burn for throwing your sweaty toupee at me. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense claim. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is writing on this. I better think through it carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw heard was definitely his clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Let's sound the clock now. You're in the court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It is 11:25. Ah. As you can see, this clock is actually 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw heard and the actual time of death. I think that was 2 hours, but okay. So Mr. Saw try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Frank Saw. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. Your lawyers are all slime. Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Did I fail this? Not so fast, Mr. Saw. Oh, thank God, Mia. Mia, I mean, Chief, listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still one. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right. Oh my god. Right. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock could be 3 hours slow? Why would it be slow? It's battery powered. The Paris strip? Her being out of the house, maybe? Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Yes. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Ha! The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw, or should I say Mr. Did It? He dead. Or he unalived. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yay! And with that, the court is adjourned. It turns out Frank saw it. Was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sott let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sott grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Ooh, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. Don't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat? Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got... Oh, hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Yeah, here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Hey, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her, one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool? Don't that make you want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she let quite a lot of you in her own way. No, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some jumper, huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. Think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to travel. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick? I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really? I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. This game is so cheesy. In a good way. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Perry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer is because of him? Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." And I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless he count the clock he gave me yet. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. Oh, Mia. Oh. A brand new episode has been added. Time to save. Hello, this is Maya. Hold on just a second. Alright, hello, this is Maya. Hi Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How you been? Well, lonely. It's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. Ah, I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight by 9? Or say 9 to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Oh. Okay. Well, hit the usual joint. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Why isn't the lip syncing on? Is this better? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. There. I'm almost freaking out. Ah, what the heck just happened? Okay. It's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Mile. My mouth is not working. Why is my mouth not working? Hold on. Hop. Oh, it has something to do with that. Okay. Let's see if I can. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba. Ha-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ah-da-ba-ba. Ah-da-da-ba. There you go. Oh, jeez, that was loud. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Ho ho, you are not conspicuous in my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho ho. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Very well, Miss Faye. No. Yeah. They really just be showing who the murderer is for you, right? Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out to her dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Move. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Oh dear lord. Chief? 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 Hi, Maya. Who are you? Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay underneath the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally, she was out cold. Chief? It's encrusted with dry blood. How ironic this became the murder weapon. Again. The shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of glass light stand. No clues here. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. I think you're lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. I think you're added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. I see pieces of glass laying broken in the back of the room. Nothing else seems like clues here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from the department store, dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. Better call the police. Find out what that girl was doing here. Where'd she go? I put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh, I hope she didn't run on me. Hey, don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya Faye. Maya? Shimmy was writing the girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? Never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of the street seat. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Better hurry up and call the police. Came in the room. The room was dark. Sis. So she was already dead. So you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Reception next. I need to sit here. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. This is gonna be scary. statute book. Everything was written in Chief's alternate handwriting. It was a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. All she used this PC for was an email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Look who's here. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Chief, sure. A simple functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. I don't think there's anything else. The police? Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe. See? Gumshoe, what an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way. See? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great, just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have enough. Whoa, excuse me. Hey? Does this word Maya mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's young sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around, waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. December 6th, 9:07 a.m., detention center, visitor's room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. You better give it her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never gonna believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did you look at her like that? No. I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I also heard about you. Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Huh, so he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strikes fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him like 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Ouch. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. I think of the person who did this to me. I know. There's something I wanted to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolyte? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. A clock shaped like the thinker, the one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Great. Oh. I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see a detective gun, she'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget. Okay? Sure. Thanks. So you're an acolyte? Medium in training? That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was in this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So, you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? The ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't she contact me as spirit then? Well, we can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. You think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. Trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow? And this guy refuses. He told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon, and visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Great. I'll be back. Tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. And all I've been doing is the last 5 hours talking about it. I haven't gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. Practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. And then I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear from him. Grossberg. September 6th. Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. Guess I'll just have to come back later. Hey, what is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. How? He's not at the Grossberg offices. You there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. You couldn't mistake me for Larry. Ah, guess I got the wrong name. Mr. Wright, sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you're... Gumshoe, wasn't it? The Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you. Pal, anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Ooh, he thinks I'm Miles' lawyer. Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. So yes, she might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Time of death, 9/5 at 9 p.m. Single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city's put prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth? I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth? That's right. Pal, Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, do you know him? Don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. Fair. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Aw, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with almost an abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Yes, that's perfectly clean, as always. The only thing it's missing is, an old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still isn't Mia probably read all of these. Sky is blue and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you can give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just, detective. Nope, no, nothing, pal. There's a lot of numbers on it. Like your boyfriend's, the cell phone holds all the world's sweetest and spiciest secrets. You trying to confuse me? Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive. Good detective. Huh? Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all. Means you didn't know to record a conversation. My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I'll ask all the questions I need to. Well done, pal. Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh wait, one more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. You're influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. Sorry about this, but I can't can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then? Haha, you're trying your early tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room and tell the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective with link information. Got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Move. Number 6. Gate Honor Hotel, room 303. Hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? No smooth? You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said don't say nothing to the lawyer, pal. I'm myself being detective gumshoe for making my job hard. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. I wonder what's inside. Hey, hey. What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry in other people's rooms. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you told me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observed. Incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. Oh, there you are. Hey. Hey, Kyla. Stu from reading. Ugh. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah. You observe incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. This game is not subtle at all, is it? Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. You want to know? You'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. You know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. Stubborn as heck. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what an amazing power of observation. Must be the one of those famous detectives like on television. Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, hmm? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. She's probably not gonna let me do anything. So... Attention inside. Huh? Okay, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Mia, well actually there's something I want you to hold on to me. Maya, again? What is it this time? Mia, it's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Ah, I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry, I put some bad papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? I'll leave that one up to your imagination. See you tonight at 9. Okay, that's the full conversation again. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? My eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Okay. See if he's back, I guess. Seems like bringing this out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem. That wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha, so you say has been looking for me? Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one gets in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Crossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually it's about Maya Fey. Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? A cha-cha? I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth his salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. Ooh. Is it because of Edgeworth, or is it because of the murder? I beg your pardon, but could you leave? Now, I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? No, I'm not leaving. How do you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission. You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. A painting. That's quite a painting. Ah, you notice. My pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the I get beat up. What's with the smack sounds? The weave of the straw hat? It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Well, that's that, I guess. Can I examine the office? It's been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil painting is so thick it's practically me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. I saw a mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. A table for clients? An elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Yeah, it's got a lot of money. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. Yeah, okay. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Ugh. I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. Feel bad for her, all by herself up on that mountain. Mother's enemy. So is this man who ruined your mother. About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. Made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? Police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. Police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But the man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? What? White? That was his name, my sister told me. White? Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? Time to defend Maya. I made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well... No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. I wouldn't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Sniff, sniff. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Great, thank you. Whew, she smiled at last. She looked like an entirely different person. One last question. You're innocent, right? Yes, and I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. She's still there. Oh, good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of the establishment of your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to the living room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities. If you know need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. You came very quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phone. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp. Where have I heard that name? You just talked to Maya. Wait, that was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother? Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap. Something definitely suspicious about Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? The story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. I'll get... Oh, Phoenix. My sexual disaster. Alright. I'll do the... Oh, bellboy, still here? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Time to save. December 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. You better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. Defendant Miss Maya Fey was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. We have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I am the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here, and the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the call came in, I rushed to the scene. There was 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I wouldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness testimony, she'd bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. Heh. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Okay. There are 2 people there already. Defendant Miss Maya Fey and lawyer Mr. Phoenix immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Maya Fey witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. Why is that? What's your reason? Why we had a witness account describing her? Hold on, just for 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? Or did you say it? You did say it. You said it. Exactly. What about the suspicious woman Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Gah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word mine was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. But didn't she die immediately? Like my hypothesis? Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective, Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about the vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin cross-examination. There's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. Thought she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks, is it? Of course you read it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, Detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely cannot have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, Detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Oh, Miles, Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain the autopsy report? Ah! When? Day of the murder. Sure, it was the day of the murder. Wrong there, pal. We didn't write an autopsy report till the day after. Oh, right. Prosecution's point being, that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? The second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received the results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write mine. That is all. See? Damn you, Edgeworth. Should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright? You look shocked. Something you want to say? This report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was intended by the killer. So that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Okay. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name please? April May. At your service. Order. An interjection should not require any reaction from the crowd. Witness will refrain from any wanton winking. Aw, yes, Your Honor. Not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay and Co law office? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy-witsy movement. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is remarkably solid testimony. I don't see any need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia's Fey understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults and perfectly good. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'm doing it. I proceed with the cross-examination, if only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions none of these things. The testimony is bogus. But, still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Jesus Christ. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Okay, I see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. No. This stuff's broken on the left. No, because if she's looking out this way, she'd have gone the left. No, it is. How do I prove it, though? Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? Oh my god.
You just said the statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it.
Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh.
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's what's all important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will try questions, right? But questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, trial will be over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... Because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co? No. Why, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... couldn't have wrong. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh, see? Anything interesting, Your Honor? It is, as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is, as you can see, the clock was empty. You couldn't have wrong. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat. Well, Miss May? Miles' finger waggle is such a condescending thing. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you can say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? It was after the witness heard the clock. Then there is no contradictions. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Ho-ho, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Ooh. You have a girly phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim of the day of the murder. Order. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. A good detective, I remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. It's not working, that's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. December 5th, 9:27 a.m. Oh, the beep. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness ever even arrived at her hotel. Huh? Well, Miss May,
Would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was that again? I got it. Oops, I forgot. So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright? The witness claims she has seen it before, but this is directly contrary to proof and is already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen the clock before. Simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And that one isn't here in the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Huh? Oh, excuses not on sale today? Oh. The button on her shirt turned upside down and her boobs just started bouncing everywhere. What the hell? What is it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. This April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. Miss had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard it that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she would have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Have a look at this. Ah! What? I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim Miss Mia Faye's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that a witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah, I think I can. I just... Literally, didn't I just do that a minute ago? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to me. Again, what is the time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me? You lawyer? It's no fair, all of you, ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Yes, cry your crocodile tears. That it? The court's in the room this April May now. Now to deal with the final blow. Well, you did it, didn't you? Why the wiretap? That'd be the correct answer. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping ever real? She's saying exactly what everyone wants her to say. Miss May, you are tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. Well, this court does not condone the defense on this point. He has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped your phone? Ha, I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Laird, I saw that evil little grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off. Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who thought that. And of course I can and will. Can't be serious, no way. Way, I say way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so killing happened at 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee? I believe it was iced coffee, you know? Like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have a regular cold coffee. Iced coffee. Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. So, where does this leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's cell phone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her walk away? Wait, I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, let's call the bellboy. Defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom. I think you've sunken quite low enough already. Object to calling the bellboy? What? Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Mrs. April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Nearby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty from Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. Leave her ready for the witness to testify. Certainly does look like a bellboy. Why is he still holding the tray? Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I am the head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for a nice coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope this is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, yeah, we'll be finished. A lot of M's. Miss May, she asked for an iced coffee. We are at 9 on the dot. Brought to her at precisely the requested time, of course. How do you know? Precisely 9, then? Precisely. Exactly. And most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy. I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on the door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? Probably spills of beans. Or it's tea. And, okay. That's a nice guy. Okay. I brought it to her at precisely requested time, of course. And I delivered the iced coffee to Miss May herself. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir, is an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. Oh, embrace. Oh, embrasser. Not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing here. Is that it? Justice? Fine. You understand this bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you'll end this rather tedious or opposite examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Can't let this happen, can I? We'll protest. Protest it. Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defendant have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. The charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Well, room service. Tell me again about room service. Again, sir. At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 on the chart, as I recall. I see. That's expensive for coffee. $18? $18 doesn't seem a bit expensive. Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. That's still $9 per coffee. That's mostly ice. What did you say? What did you say? Ah, oh, rather quite. Well, boy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you, didn't ask? Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite. Indeed. It was a, good barista there, Mr. Edgeworth. Barrister, not barista. Edgeworth is a barista now. Mr. Edgeworth, who? He asked me not to mention if it wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool. Miles, miles, miles. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. And when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been in the murder. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has the alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. It's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Tisk tisk, Edgeworth, tisk tisk. Upstart, amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all. It's all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. December 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. And again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, that shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm about to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so, sis. Don't worry, I'll find him tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. I think that's where I'm going to end for today. My voice is really tired. Yes, let's save our progress. Alright. Well. Okay. Alright. Well, that's it for this stream. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. And remember to subscribe to the channel and press like. It really helps. Also leave any comments about what maybe future games you would like to see. Anyways, that's it for now. Moon Lily signing out. Bye.